Chop it down. Chop it down. Chop it down. You gon' chop it down. Chop it down. You gon' chop it down.
I just appreciate everybody watching.
Watch him throw the ball. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through fourth and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another Trap or Dive film session on the Trap or Dive YouTube channel. I am your host of the Trap or Dive podcast, Marley Maul, Hen Dog Maul, Coach Maul, all that good stuff, man. You can find me on Twitter at Let Maul Tell It. Yeah, man. Last episode we started off the film sessions, 2023 film sessions, I guess, with rookie offensive lineman Chris Paul. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you go ahead and do so. But next up is Sam Howell. We all know Sam Howell, just like Paul, played in one game this past season, the 2022 season. They played in the season finale for the Washington Commanders. And for obvious reasons, quarterback is going to be a hot topic item in 2023 this offseason, like it usually is. But we're dealing with a unique situation for Washington. Unique in the sense of understanding the QB options that they've entertained over the past years versus the opportunity that they have in front of them and Sam Howell, and understanding that this is your rookie. This is the guy that you drafted in this regime. And this is a guy who, if you didn't land a veteran quarterback, if you didn't land a Carson Wentz, this is a guy that was going to be drafted earlier than the 5th round that you took him. And if you had an opportunity, you probably would have took him, according to reports, you probably would have took him in the 2nd round, maybe 3rd, who knows? So there's an opportunity for the Commanders to evaluate Sam Howell from the offseason progression as well as his last game and seeing what they can and can't work with. With that being said, we got a film session. We're going to dive into a few plays, positive and negative, and we'll kind of do a soft projection. We're not going to do anything too magnificent, similar to Chris Paul. Like they're making their case for starting for the Commanders, but we're not going to. I'm not going to. You can if you want to. I'm not going to do anything further than look into that one game and see what can and can't happen after that. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Film session with Sam Howell. All right, first up is the first touchdown of the game. Now, this one is real simple, so we can just kind of quickly talk about this. But the most important thing is not even like just it being a touchdown on his first attempt, but it's more so understanding where the ball placement is. And like if you think about it outside of just the ball placement too, understand this is his first pass attempt. This is his very first pass attempt in the NFL. It can be off target, it can be a skip throw, it can be wildly inaccurate, it can be all of these things. But you see Sam Howell, right, being able to deliver this pass within timing of the play, right, having the vision to see Terry. It's very simple shallow cross, right? It's nothing magnificent about the play call itself. But being able to deliver it in stride, right in his chest, and allows Terry to turn upfield and continue running. It's not too far in front of him where he has to drift further towards the sideline. It's not behind him where he has to stop his feet, right, and then try to transition to get upfield. It's all within the timing of the play. So that's really good. It allows Terry to get in the end zone and score. And now we have another opportunity to showcase something very similar to that very first play. It's his third pass of the game. And let's go ahead and dive right into that. Now, this one had big play potential. Let's go ahead and run it. A completion, right? Thought it was because it's Terry. But anyway, what you see here, same thing. Another situation where you kind of understand, like there's a little bit of pressure getting towards Sam Howell, right? But he's composed. There's nothing that's too big for him. He's able to set his feet in the pocket, deliver another pass that is on target, on the receiver's chest, right? On the numbers, right? Allows him to get the ball and transition upfield. And my thing is, I made this point early, like when I was looking at this stuff, I posted it. I think that Terry has a big play opportunity to split these two defenders right here. That's my guess knowing Terry. I'm not saying that it would have happened, but it could have. Like that's a very big opportunity. Very rare miss from Terry. Let's go ahead and show it from the other angle. You kind of see the pressure barreling down. Dallas runs a little line game up front that allows Lawrence to come through free. Trey Turner is held at the point of attack from 97. You see that little hold right here that causes Trey Turner to fall. Trying to get to 90, but that's ultimately what happens here. But then again, you see again Sam Howell delivers an accurate pass to Terry in stride, would be able to cut up field. Unfortunately, drops the pass. Who knows what it would have went for? My guess is big play. Next up, some more shallow cross information. Third down for the Commanders. 3rd and 6, I believe. We're going to showcase exactly why I like this play. Obviously, conversion is always a good thing, but knowing when to scramble and knowing when you have to dump it off to your receiver is critical as well, right? There are some receivers, there are some quarterbacks who don't trust their arm in that instance, and then what you just saw, and they'll go ahead and try and scramble and take their chances, taking a big hit, possibly fumbling, and handing it over to the defense and to the other team's offense, as opposed to trusting their arm and making this throw. Now, again, when you see the situation, right, you understand that you have to buy some time. You don't have that much pressure barreling down on you, but for Washington's sake, and matter of fact, let's change the angle right here. So for Washington's sake, you see Micah Parsons and Charles Leno going up against each other, right? And Parsons gets inside pretty easily, but what Charles Leno was able to do is to pin him. With the help of him tripping over himself, but that's besides the point. But what you see is Charles being able to pin him, and that gives Howell the green light to roll outside of the pocket. And at this point, when you see a quarterback, right, who one knows that he's better off dumping the ball off to his receiver and letting him make the play, 2, understanding that he can take off if he wants to, but odds are he's not getting that first down. And then 3, knowing that Terry has the foot speed that's going to zoom right past exactly what he just did, right? He's going to eventually cross his face. So all I have to do, if I'm Sam, all I have to do is deliver a good ball. Again, where is that? Look at the placement. On the run, in front of Terry, allows him to catch the ball, cut up field, gets the ball across the first down sticks for about a half inch. First down, we're still moving, game is still alive, drive is still alive. All right, next up is a tightrope throw to Jahan Dotson. As we continue on throughout these first few plays, obviously the theme is ball placement, right? Accuracy and ball placement. And when I want people to understand, like Taylor Heineke, I'm using him as an example because he's the Commanders quarterback. You can replace Taylor and put whatever quarterback out that you want there, right? Out there, right? But just because a pass is completed does not mean it was the best accurate pass. Sometimes a receiver makes the play. Sometimes, the quarterback does throw a good pass. But sometimes there's times where the ball is completely behind the receiver and they make a play. It's their job. But my point is, when you see accurate passes, when you see passes that are within rhythm, within the play structure, right? Those are good signs for any type of quarterback, because if you can give a good pass to any receiver to allow them to maximize the yards after the catch, that is what makes an offense more explosive and more dangerous for any defense, is when you have an accurate quarterback. And obviously, again, as you see here, an easy win for Jahan Dotson, but also a good pass from Sam Howell to allow him to catch that ball in rhythm, right? But here we are from the top. You see that single high safety, right? So it's giving an indication of, at the very least, cover 1 or cover 3. Like, they may be disguising it to the extent in which they drop a safety back or drop a cornerback into a cover 2 invert, or just a true cover 2 or anything, or even a cover 4. But good on Sam Howell for recognizing that this is man coverage, right? In a slant flat combo with your slant at the top of your screen and Jared Patterson going into the flat. You have a flat route receiver over here. I think that's Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson over the top breaking in for the slant. Easy money right there. Again, ball placement. Boom. That one was, I mean, again, in his chest, slowed him down just a little bit, but able to catch it in stride and pick up 30. Jahan Dotson does the rest. Gets out of bounds. Again, timing and placement. It wasn't behind him. It wasn't too high, right? He didn't have to leave his feet. Just had to stop his feet for a little bit. More positives with Sam Howell, obviously. Like the potential that you have is one thing, but seeing it executed to an extent. Again, he only had what 18 passes, 20 passes or something like that. I'm not looking at the numbers right now. It's whatever, but you kind of see and understand what it looks like, what rhythm and timing looks like. So simple, right? You have that full house formation, right? Essentially giving the illusion to the defense that this may be a run play coming. They ultimately have 8 in the box, and you have two cornerbacks and one single high safety with Diggs playing off coverage and one playing press coverage on the field side of the formation. So Jahan Dotson is working with a lot of space out here. Jahan does a good job at the start, right, with a speed release, selling that speed, that vertical route, right before transition to a curl. For the Howell side, let's go ahead and flip it. Matter of fact, let's show a little love right quick to Jahan Dotson, just creating separation. We ain't talking about the pass yet. That is good separation on the curl route, especially from a press receiver, being able to separate like that, being able to stop at a dime, change direction, right? Get back towards the face of the quarterback, right? That's good separation on the curl route, especially in man coverage. Anyway, now let's go back to Sam Howell being able to anticipate that break. Good ball placement, right? Feet work in right position with some pressure barreling down on him. Delivering a good ball outside of the cornerback and outside shoulder of Jahan Dotson allows him, with that separation that Jahan created, right, to catch and cut up field for some more. I believe that was like a 20-something yard gain. So here, again, full house formation. Shortly after that completion to Jahan Dotson, same concept defensively. Not 4 on the second level. Now you have 5 on the first level. 5 defenders on the first level with 3 on that second level. But again, 3 defenders over top. 2 now playing off coverage and your cornerbacks and your single high safety at midfield logo. In this instance, obviously, it's a run indicator, but now you have Terry and Sam Howell connecting right here. Easy money, right? So again, shot play opportunity, good pass protection, max pro, mind you, right? You have a full slide to the left with your offensive lineman. You have your tight ends swinging right side, right, to pick up anything on that side, but a full slide to the left, max pro, 7 in pass protection, clean pocket for Terry and Sam Howell, obviously, who's making the throw. And an excellent arm strength, right? Velocity on the football, being able to get it over there quick to beat that single high safety, right? He beats the cornerback and the safety, the single high safety. So it leaves Terry just to get under the football and make a play. And to show it from this angle, again, you get the full slide to the left for the offensive lineman, and you have your tight ends both shifting over to the right side to pick up anything over there. And obviously, Jared Patterson with his ineffective chip on Anthony Barr. And there you go. Arm talent beats the cornerback and the safety, allows a very elite foot speed receiver in Terry McLaurin to get under that football, right? Easy money, beautiful pass, beautiful play, great execution. And now we have a couple things that really stand out from his run game, and we'll get into some of the negatives. But a couple of examples from his run game that really shows his versatility as a rusher, right? So, and even as a quarterback overall. But let's go ahead and get into uh, a couple rushes. He had, I think, 4 on the day, I believe. But let's go ahead and start with the first one. So the beautiful thing about Sam Howell, his debut, is the fact that, like, in these rushes that we're going to speak on, they were all conversions, whether it was for first down or for touchdown. Well, 3 of the 4 was conversions, whether they were first downs for touchdowns. First one up, you have a 3rd and 4 situation. Let's go ahead and run it and then talk about it. So that's just the competitor right there. Obviously, Sam Howell, from an instance, understanding that there is a lane, right? He feels just a little bit of pressure. He sees that he can step up in the pocket, right? And he does. But he also knows that he has a blocker right here if he needs to rotate to the left side. And he also knows that this linebacker is going to give some attention to Patterson, which he does. So he steps up in the pocket and knows that he can use this linebacker's momentum against them and go the opposite way that he was going. And he trusts his speed just to get 4 yards. 3rd and 4 ends up being a first down conversion, or conversion for a first down. Similar scenario, another 3rd down and 4, right? Easy money for Sam Howell. Again, understanding where his blockers are, where his potential blockers are if he needs to take off, right? Let's go ahead and show this from the pocket view, the end zone angle. You see a 3x2 slide protection with your 3 offensive linemen sliding to the right. And then you have your man-on-man blocking with 76 Chris Paul, or 75, excuse me, Chris Paul, and 72 Charles Leno, one-on-one, right? So now you see, again, you see that Charles Leno, that rush, that quick press, that quick head nod, right? From right here to the left side. Look at his helmet. From right here to the left side, he sees that there is no rushers out here. So let me go ahead and scramble and manipulate this defender and manipulate this block, right? Let me set up my block to get that first down. So that's just understanding the situation, understanding you need to get the first down, but understanding as well that if it's man on man, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to get the first down with my legs. I'm not going to I don't need to worry about waiting downfield, staying in the pocket and make a throw, right? Because right now nobody's open. He does get open right here, Logan Thomas at the end, but he's already scrambling, right? You see that opportunity for him. He's just going to go ahead, take off, get the first down, and live to fight another day. So that's really good. Understanding he has the vision, but he also has the confidence in his legs if he has to, and if the opportunity is there to take that first down. Remember what we talked about in that first half, right? Where Terry McLaurin is crossing on the shallow cross, and he has a 3rd and 6 opportunity to make a run for his legs, but he uses his arm to complete the pass and get a first down. And then lastly, the most emphatic moment for Sam Howell is the zone read run. Just having that vision and power to get in the end zone. Celebrate, bruh. Celebrate. There you go. Go ahead and flex on them youngins, bruh. But yeah, now you just see it. You just see his vision in effect, right? His competitiveness, right? I'm going to get in the end zone. I'm going to get in the end zone here. You see the lateral agility, right? Let me go ahead and cut in. Let me go ahead and use that block. Let me go ahead and cut inside some more because they over here BSing on me. I'm going to lower my shoulder, get in the end zone. I'm a yard away. Let me lower my shoulder, get in the end zone. So, again, very good debut in terms of the positives. Very simple, not a lot of exposure, but that was some really good positives. Again, I do have some negatives, and we aren't going to extrapolate and blow these things out, but these are something where you sit here and look at, and now the coaches are going to ask, like, what were you saying, right? We're not going to know the answer. We're not going to know that answer. But let's go ahead and start off with the interception. So in this instance, obviously, and it's actually going to be a theme here, in some of the negatives that popped up, but you'll see it. He notices at the very beginning that Cam Sims has an opportunity in the back of the end zone. However, if it's going to be a one-on-one opportunity, the obvious thing is throw it in this area where my mouse is, and also throw it high if you're going to give Cam Sims a jump ball opportunity. He just sails it. He underthrows the pass. Easy read for Diggs, easy read for 28. Whoever wanted to make a play on it, right? And boom. So essentially, Cam Sims wasn't open, but if you're going to make that throw, that is the one to make. But then you have Terry McLaurin in the flats if you want to make that option, or you just take off and run, or throw it away. Like there's several options here. Cam Sims shouldn't have been one, but you'll kind of notice as we get on into the next couple of plays that there is a theme here and maybe something to monitor as well. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. So similar to the Cam Sims play, you have an opportunity where he kind of stared his receiver down, right? In this one, you see this. Let's go ahead and run it. So in a 3rd and 12 situation, you do have a completion to Logan Thomas, right? Again, a slant flat combo. You have, let's go ahead and run it back. Sorry. You got your flat coming from Curtis Samuel. You have your flat coming from Jonathan Williams on a chip and release to the flat, and Terry on the front side or the boundary side breaking over top of the flat route. So here, with them playing soft coverage, right? You have an opportunity right at this mesh between the flat and slant receiver to hit Jahan on a big play. And he forces this one to Logan Thomas. Again, a completion, right? But you have a bigger play opportunity if you're recognizing the coverage and the technique that these defenders are playing. So that's a missed opportunity for Jahan. For Jahan and for Sam, not being able to see this one pre-snap. Big opportunity there. Lashley, again, same thing. Staring your receiver down, right? Being locked in on a receiver. Again, if you all listen to the morning show when we do our film sessions on Wednesdays, we call that bird dogging. A phrase I picked up. Just understand that you're staring down your receiver like from start to finish of the route and the play. So not only an inaccurate throw, right? A bad throw, but you also see in this instance cover zero look. A cover zero is man on man across the board. So there is no safety over the top, nothing. That leaves John Bates wide open. It also leaves Jahan Dotson wide open. But you want to hit the hot guy. The hot guy is closest right here. Breaking in, he recognizes it. Shows face right there on, I believe this was a 3rd down. I want to say it was a 3rd down. Yeah, 3rd and 3. And he stares it down for Terry. Or he misses that opportunity for Terry. Again, these are just these are just instances in one game. But you want to understand if you have limited exposure, you have to like dive into why he missed it. And that is not on my part. That is on the coach's part. I only have exposure on one game. And you can technically go back to preseason if you want to, but there is not a lot of value in that. There is a lot of value in a regular season opportunity. So again, just seeing this and understanding that you do have an opportunity to make a big play if you disengage off of your first receiver, right? Or even understand the process or the coverage that you may be up against or the pressure that you may be up against. That helps as well. So whatever the line is for Sam Howell, if this is an issue, again, it can be fixed. I want everybody to know that. But if this is an issue in identifying pressure or coverages, then that should be worked on in the offseason. Because obviously you should know that you do have a hot guy, and your hot guy is that tight end right here. Again, granted, you could have on a 3rd and 3 situation, you could have delivered an accurate pass to Terry, but you have a bigger play in the middle of the field. And that's ultimately what I'm getting at. Terry is not a bad option. He delivered a bad pass under pressure, but you also could have avoided all of that if you find John Bates right here in the middle of the field. There you go. All right. That's going to wrap it up for the Sam Howell film session. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are brand new. We definitely appreciate it over here on the Trapper Dive YouTube channel. In terms of Sam Howell, I personally, if you all listen to the Trapper Dive podcast, first and foremost, we appreciate it, right? I appreciate it. And you understand that there are differing opinions on Sam Howell altogether. I personally am in favor of the idea of giving him 2023 because it allows the team to strengthen its areas of need. In offensive line, you can probably get a solid tight end. You can probably, I'm talking about on the offensive side of the football, you can probably even bolster up your running back spot. But more importantly, offensive lineman is the sole thing that they need to focus on, especially if they want to have any chance offensively, because the weapons at the receiver position is set. You have a solid duo in Robinson and Gibson. Those are things that are going for you. So if you want to give Howell an opportunity, this is the year to do it. Obviously, you see from a timing and placement standpoint, when the play is in structure, he looks really good. And he also is a creative and also has the awareness and understanding that he doesn't have to use his legs if his receiver is going to beat the guy that he's trusting him to beat. But then obviously, when schemes may get a little bit more complicated and try to confuse him, not necessarily saying that that's what happened in every single instance of the negatives that I showed, but if he plays a season's long worth of games, 17 games, there will be a little bit more complex schemes that he'll be up against. And if you're looking down and staring down your receivers, that can really get you in trouble in the long haul. So I think whatever the issue is there, whether it's his processing or identifying coverages, he may need to get a little bit stronger in that aspect. And that's what the offseason is for. Work with your coaches, whoever your new coach is going to be. Work on the side, understanding how to break down film and read it. I'm not an expert. I'm sharing my views, but he can work with the experts. I would love to work with the expert, by the way. But he needs to work with that expert, whoever it is, and it's in his corner, trying to improve his game, trying to help him see the field better and understand what defense is trying to do to him. That can take him a long way. I'm in favor of Sam Howell's QB1 in 2023. We'll see what the rest of the offseason brings, but hope you all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And until next time, we got more on the way. Peace.
Damn, set, hut, watch him throw the ball. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through fourth and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trapper Dive.